See, matchups mean something to me. Always have. And I just felt like, okay, the interception's a bad throw. I mean, Kyron Hudson makes a phenomenal effort, but there's 3 Indiana players there, right? And it's just not a good throw. It's a force. Okay, that happens. The Katron Allen fumble at the end of the first half was the huge play in that game. Because I'm talking when Penn State gets the ball, I'm talking about a 2 for none, right? Why do I see 2 for none while you hear the national guys talk for 2 for 1? I don't understand the 2 for 1 thing. The whole thing is like the lead the half.
Yeah, you're not getting
the ball.
Indiana's not getting one.
Right?
Yeah.
Like what? They're going to take a kneel down?
Absolutely.
You're 2 for 1. Come on. But that fumble was huge. They got points out of that. They got 10 points out of those 2 takeaways in the middle 8. See, Penn State's trying. Big thing is to win the middle 8. Well, Penn State gave away the middle 8. The fumble and the interception and 10 points in a game you lost by 3. All right? But you're down 20-7 at home. And what does it tell everybody about the makeup of your team that you score 17 unanswered points against a team that doesn't give up 17 unanswered points? They haven't given up 17 unanswered points all season. And 17 unanswered points just isn't scoring. It's also defending. When you score 17 unanswered, they aren't scoring. They got the big interception by King Mack. So many great things. Now, the end. When Penn State got the ball back outside of the 2-minute warning, Jack Ham and I both said they needed 2 first downs to win the game. They needed 2. They got the first one, right? But then in the second down, and again, Jack did a great job of saying, hey, look, this is what they're going to do with the timeouts. That Cignetti would use all 3 of his timeouts before the 2-minute warning. That's the NFL way of doing it. They did it exactly right. And then I chimed in. I said, look, if that, when he called the last one, and the 2-minute warning was then coming up, because we knew the clock's going to stop no matter what. I said, if Penn State doesn't make a first down on this play, I said they'll probably have about 151 to play based on how it usually plays out on a punt. And they got the ball back exactly at 151. So the sack by Zane Durant, the place is going crazy. It's 2nd and 17. To me, the biggest single play where you kind of sat back, went, here they come, was that 22-yard pass play to take them from 2nd and 17 to a first down. It accomplished 2 things. I think it settled them down. They were rattled. They were really rattled at this point. And it settled them down when they got that pass play. Plus, it also got them away from the student section because they got them out to the 35-yard line. Okay, so it did a couple of things right there because the crowd was absolutely phenomenal. I want to amend something I said. I'm not one of those individuals that doubles down. I do not double down. If I look back and I think I said something that probably was not right, I'll tell you right now. I'm not going to double down and go, no, please. Only fools double down unless they're absolutely right. If you're absolutely right, you should double down. All right? But I've seen too many people double down when they were wrong. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doubling down for? Right? I said that the 2 throws, and I said this in the post-game show, to Becker on the sideline and on the fabulous touchdown catch by Cooper in the end zone. I said weren't great throws. They're just great catches. You know what? I haven't even looked back at the tape. I haven't bothered. But I thought about it later. I said, you know what? I shouldn't have said that. Because both throws were made under great duress.
Yeah.
And he just threw it to a spot. But he also made sure that when he threw it, the worst thing that was going to happen to him was going to be an incomplete pass. Now, that part I did say. I did say it was either going to be complete or incomplete. But when you're under that kind of duress, and at least, hey, I'm going to throw it to a spot, and the worst thing's going to happen, it's going to be incomplete. We're going to have one more down, right? I shouldn't have said that neither one was a great pass. They actually are. Those are smart throws by him under duress. Very smart throws under duress because, right? And Becker just had a phenomenal day. It was just pure height advantage at 6'4" that he had on a Davian Collins on that play. It's a great catch. Got his foot down. Great catch. The Cooper catch is just absolutely phenomenal. I'll give you the play that tells you when you are going right versus not going right. When you are going right and the tumblers are falling into place for you, Ivan Camacho's deflection falls into the arms of Amari Campbell, and the game is over. When you're not going right, Ivan Camacho's deflection and Amari Campbell was already stumbling when the ball was hit anyway and fell to the ground, was trying to scramble to get back to it. That's when you're not going right.
Yeah.
When you're going right, that deflection goes, hey, baby, come to Papa. We're going to, the game's over.
Yep.
Right? And when you're not going right, you're stumbling trying to get back to it. It's like, that was, that ball was hanging in the air, and I could see him scrambling on the ground to get up, and it just didn't happen. So you lose a game like that where you play great. Indiana played great. Penn State played great. There are no moral victories, not least.
No way.
That's not what this is about. No moral victories. But both teams played great football. I mean, they really did. And it was a scintillating game all the way through. The crowd was phenomenal. I didn't know how the crowd was going to react. I didn't know. And the crowd was great. They were great. I mean, all the way through, they were fabulous. And I mean, that's how I looked at it. Again, we always talk about giveaway, takeaway being important. I mean, Penn State got 7 points off of its takeaway. Indiana had 2 takeaways, got 10. Final margin was 3.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So, and Mendoza impressed me. I mean,
especially
he took some shots.
Yeah.
Now there are 2 plays that I sit back and go, okay, wait a minute. Number 1, I can make absolutely no comment at all on the Davian Collins holding penalty when denied Dennis Sutton sacked him, because I never saw the play. I never saw a replay of it. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the ball, so I wasn't looking downfield, so I can make no comment about that at all. Making a comment would be me making it up, because I just flat out never saw a replay or anything of it, so I don't know. The one I will make a comment on is that 4th and 1 at the 14-yard line in the, third quarter? Was it the third quarter? 4th and 1, they gave the ball to Kaylon Black.
Yep.
The official on the far side said he was short. Okay? All right. Okay. He said he was short. The official on the near side said he made the first down. Okay. He overruled the other guy. Okay. If you saw it, I got it. Then you saw the replay. You know what the replay showed? And it's right down the line, the exact view the official has. You can't see the ball and you can't see his knees, which of course means you can't overturn it. And as I said in the broadcast, I said, if we can't see the ball and we can't see his knees, I said, how did he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We looked at that replay 3-4 times because they kept showing it to us. And we were like going, okay. I said, Jack, they won't be able to overturn it. And Jack absolutely agreed. They can't overturn it. It's going to be a first down because we can't see the ball and we can't see his knees.
Absolutely.
Right? So just, because of the pack that's all sitting there. Okay. So, we gave the right analysis that they were going to uphold it because they couldn't see it. But I looked over at Jack and I said it on the broadcast. I said, I said, but Jack, here's the point. I said, if we can't see the ball and we can't see his knees on these replays, slow motion, real time, and the whole thing, I said, how did he?
Yeah, good point.
I said, the other guy on the other side said he was short. And Brian was over there with him, Brian Tripp, and Brian said he was short. And they scored on that.
Yeah.
Right? He says, Brian was like, geez, I think he didn't make it. He said, and the official over here agrees, and then he got overruled by the guy on the near side. Okay, well, sometimes that happens. One guy has a better view than the other. Okay, that happens. That's fine. But then they show us the replay, and of course, we properly say that they can't overturn it because we can't see the ball and can't see his knee, whether it's down, up, down, on top of somebody, whatever. We can't see anything. Okay? And I said, and that's when I looked at Jack on the broadcast, and I said, so we've looked at it, 3-4 times now. I said, we can't see the ball, can't see his knees. I said, with the exact same angle that the official had. I said, if we couldn't see it in slow motion or in real time, I said, exactly how did he see it?
Yeah, it's true.
Really?
No doubt.
Okay? You called it a first down. Okay? How did you call it a first down? How did you call it a first down? We looked at it. We can't see the ball, and we can't see his legs because of the pack. How did you make that call? How? I know you have to make a call. I know you have to. But the guy on the other side made a call. The guy on the other side made a call. I just kind of sat there and went, how can you make that call when you can't see either one? You can't tell. If the guy on the other side right away came running in saying he was short.
Yeah.
Right? That's why we were like, okay, let's see. And then the guy over here on the near side overruled him. Like, in other words, I saw it. Okay. Like, I can buy that. Then you look at the replay. I'm not buying. But you can't overturn it, by the way.
No, you can't at that
because,
point.
again, we can't see the ball. We can't see his legs.
Yep.
So the call was a first down. You cannot overturn that. I completely get that. The replay guys, they're rocking a hard place on that. They can't see the ball in the knees, so they have to uphold it. That's fine. That part I understand.
Yep.
Just saying. I mean, I looked at that. I was like, oh, there's too much guessing out there.
Yeah, that's anywhere anymore. Right? Literally.
And again, is that a hard call? Yeah, it is. It's a hard call because you can't see the ball.
Yep.
Right? Okay, it's a hard call. I got it. Now, did his helmet go over the line? Sure, probably. But the ball's back here. The helmet doesn't count. At the goal line, the helmet doesn't count. It's where the ball is. Right? The ball's not up here where the helmet is.
What?
That's the one call I kind of sat back and went, what in the heck are we doing here? Right? If they both had said first down, if they both had said it, no qualms. Because they would have showed it down the line, and Jack and I would have said, well, the guy on the other side also said it was a first down. Right? And he probably had a better view. Something like that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Right? But they both didn't call it a first down.
No,
like,
literally.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Right? Let's take a look. Like, okay, how did he see that? We can't see anything. We can't see the ball. We can't see his legs because, as usual, there's a mass of humanity there, so nothing sticks out. Like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you said, they scored. That was a big factor.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's just one of those. Sure. Like my big complaint is I can't stand when people guess.
Yeah.
Right? I know you have to make a call.
Absolutely, and it's a tough call.
Right? Yeah. And it's a tough call. But the guy on the other side said he was short.
Yep.
Okay. Now, and I don't know, maybe his view was bad too, but Brian was over there and Brian said right away he thought he was short. They must have been able to see something over there that we couldn't. I mean, that I don't know.
Yep.
I just kind of looked at like,
Yeah.
okay. But look, it's give Indiana credit. It's
Absolutely.
great win for them. They're, right now, they've got Wisconsin. Wisconsin did win, though.
Yeah.
They beat Washington. It was a good win for them. And then Purdue.
Yeah.
They are on track to be in the Big Ten championship game. Ohio State's on track to be in the Big Ten championship game as well. I can't remember who Ohio State is this week. They've got Rutgers, then they have Michigan. If they are both undefeated going into the Big Ten championship game, I think they both get first-round buys.
Yep.
I do.
Yeah, and they have UCLA, I think, this week. I think it's Ohio State's.
Okay.
Is it this week or next week? I think it's UCLA. I think that's the night game.
Is that out there?
That is at the Horseshoe.
At the Horseshoe?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
because they've got Rutgers at the Horseshoe. That's their senior day. Then they're at Michigan this year.
Yeah, I think there's no doubt they probably get two buys, I think, at this point.
Buys.
Yeah.
Now, for Tony Batiti, right, they can take him off oxygen now. Oregon won. Because he's sitting there going, oh, we need to get 3 in. Come on.
Yeah.
Right? Come on. Baby needs a new pair of shoes. Come on, baby.
Iowa wins that game and wins out. You could have been talking Iowa. And that's where, I think they could win out easily too. But Oregon getting the win, I think there's, you're likely going to have
and
3.
Oregon's got a Friday night game with Minnesota. This week.
Yep.
Saw that.
Yeah. But that was absolutely incredible game. I didn't give credit to the crowd for sure. The atmosphere was great.
They were great.
Yeah, absolutely. Second half was incredible in a lot of ways. I thought the interception, obviously no turnover is ever good, but I thought the interception was a message in the sense that it's Terry Smith saying to Grunk, look, I'm trusting you to throw the ball down the field. We've got to open this up a little bit. We've got to be more explosive, and I'm trusting you to do that. And you make a mistake, you make a mistake. Basically, don't be afraid to make a mistake, I think, in that spot. Because I thought that, similar to Aller's interception against, it feels like it might be something with Indiana. Similar to Aller's interception against Indiana 2 years back. I felt like the training wheels came right off on that play. And Aller just started to be more effective throwing the football after that. I thought the same thing in that.
One thing about Brunkmeyer, I don't think there's any. He's not hesitant.
In
how he plays.
No, I think it was.
I would just like to see him.
Yeah,
he's got a great arm. I just want to see him. Because Jack and I both thought he was like that far off.
Yeah,
like a lot of times guys have to wait or slow down a little bit, wait for it a little bit. Right. I mean, that's what we're talking about as to what they were doing or not doing. And then he made some good throws. I mean, there's no question. We just thought he could have been more consistent.
Yeah, and that's where he needs to still be there. Yep.
So that's how it played out. Phenomenal game, and give Indiana a lot of credit.
Tremendous game.
Look, the Becker catch is a winning play. The Cooper catch. Somebody asked me one of the greatest catches I've seen in Beaver Stadium. Bobby Ingram made a catch against Ohio State that was phenomenal. Jahan Dotson, with nobody in the building, made a phenomenal catch on the sideline, on our sideline during COVID. And the Allen Robinson catch.
I think the Johnson catch against Ohio State, the game they lost in 2018, I think it was, the one-handed.
Yeah. That was great. But this catch, look, what really impressed me wasn't just the footwork. First of all, I said something about officiating earlier.
Yeah.
Now I want to say something about officiating again.
Yeah.
That official.
Right on it.
Right on it.
Absolutely
the back judge
spectacular.
Was right on top
right
of it.
on it.
In a bang, difficult play, A+, A+. Outstanding job of officiating there. He gets the foot down, and you watch that is one powerful kid. Because he comes down and he cradled that ball. Did he bobble it? Bobble. He never flinched.
That's insane.
I mean, really. I mean, that's
absolutely.
Hey, so credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
Coming up on tomorrow's show, we will talk about Ortiz and Clase. We got to get into that a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Because they've now both been indicted. This has been going on for such a long time that the longer it went, I kept thinking to myself, there's got to be something going on here. And I wasn't thinking about Major League Baseball. I was thinking about, is it going to be something bigger than what we're looking at here? And evidently, based on the charges, where they could face up to, 65 years in prison. Whew.
Man.
I mean, my goodness. I mean, probably we did a GoFundMe page to bail to get you out. I mean, so.
Somehow ended up owing more money.
You came up a little shy on donations. Like I'm telling you, he's a great guy. Please, come on, everybody. He's our guy. No, I don't think so. There's famine relief in Uganda. We gotta. No. I sent my money there. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go over to Terry Smith's press conference here and take a listen as to what's going on. And I did go last night. Look, I mean, I thought things went really well last night. By the way, I mean, so they got Michigan State this week. We'll get into that later in the week. They changed quarterbacks for the Minnesota game. The redshirt freshman came in, and kind of worked along, and finally ended up in a game that went to overtime with 311 yards passing. Did a nice job. They lost the game in overtime, but so yeah. And they've had 2 weeks to prepare. Nebraska, by the way, after their nice win at UCLA 28-21, where Latif played really well.
Played really well.
He played really well at quarterback.
Efficient.
He only missed 3 passes, ran the ball well, and the running back, Johnson, is just a tremendous player. They've got 2 weeks to prepare. They have a bye week this week. Because both coaches, Jonathan Smith and Matt Rule, called Jason up and they said, how do you handle a bye week? And Jason's like, why? He says, because we've heard your show. It sounds like you're in a bye week every week.
That's right.
What? You're so mean to him. All right. So we'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll find out how much money Jason put on the Ortiz and Claus.
Oh, jeez.
No? No? You're a big Guardians fan, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
See, I knew you'd admit it.